everybody, my name is Austibogo and welcome back to Farming Simulator. Today we are going to be scientists. We're going to be figuring out things. We're going to be doing math, and yes, math. Hopefully we don't have to do too much of that. But yes, today I do want to figure out what crop is the best. Which one gives you the most yield, the most bang for your buck, we're gonna call it. So I am just planting most of the crops. I'm not going to do sugar beets, potatoes, sugarcane, or grass, just because those are kind of in a different category than wheat and barley and all of the crops that we're going to be doing today. So I do have a piece of paper next to me, and I'm going to be writing down how much that we get from this crop, how many liters of the crop that we get, and also how much money we earn. I am going to be going to the same place to sell everything and see how much money we get. My guess would be that soybeans is going to be the best, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I very well could be wrong. So get your lab coats on and hop into the tractor seat, and let's get planting. There is all of everything planted, and let's go ahead and take a look at it. Awesome, so here is all of the rows. I tried to make them fairly even. They're okay, I guess. The ones over here to the left look a little bit shorter, but yes, this is all of the things that we have planted. There's oats, soybeans, corn, canola, sunflowers, wheat, and barley that we have planted today. So let's go ahead and let these grow. Awesome, so everything that we have planted is now ready. So we can make sure our lab coats are on, get our safety goggles on, and become sciencey scientists and harvest them. Now, this test has made all of the plants fully fertilized. So they are at 100% fertilized, and our economy difficulty is at normal. So the price may vary depending on if you're on normal or hard or easy. And also, not all stores are selling the same price, but this is just a test to see which is the best bang for your buck, not necessarily how much you could possibly get ever in the game, how much money you could possibly get. So I have bought 7 of these awesome farm tech trailers. These are just the in-game ones, and I've also downloaded this mod. So this is the 7530 Premium John Deere. This is available on Mod Hub, and it comes with it's like the 7030 series of John Deere tractors, and I am really liking it so far. So in today's video, I'm going to be making a graph, because a graph makes everything more sciencey, and I've got to be a very sciencey scientist and figure out everything with a graph, because scientists like graphs, don't they? Well, this scientist does, and that trailer likes to fly. Well, this tractor can sure pull it. I think this tractor is something like 209 horsepower. It's packing a pretty good punch for the size that it is. So there's our trailer lineup. We will just park it there for now. while we go hop into the harvesters. If you are wondering why I spaced out the rows of plants, of crops, because I've already tried this. I tried to make a video, but it didn't work because the harvesting didn't want to work, and that was because they were close together. So whenever you're harvesting, if you run into another crop, say if you're harvesting corn and you run into some wheat, well, then your harvester quits working and it just won't work. So yeah, that's why I've spaced them out. I've come up with that kind of solution. And another thing, every piece of equipment that we have, the harvesters and the planters, are all 12 meters. So that is like the most kind of universal width that I could find, because we have those two planters and these two headers and harvesters. That was pretty easy, the 12 meters. I think if we went any smaller, then it'd be, not one pass with everything. And this is pretty, I think 12 meters is a fairly decent width. And we have here the New Holland, which we had just parked, and the Fent, which has just ran into a pole. It was not me. I'm not driving, I promise. It's the Fent driving. So this is the Fent Ideal Combine. I think it was one of the very first combines to be showed in a Fact Sheet Friday, whenever Farming Simulator 19 was being teased. Giants have their Fact Sheet Fridays, and then you can see a screenshot from the new game that's going to come out, which was Farming Simulator 19 at the time. Awesome. So let's get this nice Capello header, which this is a corn header, but you can use it for sunflowers too, I do think. Or I've seen other people use it anyway. So we should be just about perfect on the width. We might miss a little on the edges, but I will go back for them if I do miss them. And then we'll go unload them into the trailers. And then haul all the trailers and see how much money we can make with everything. Final row, and this is going to be oats, and so far I think it's going to be a race between canola and soybeans. They're about the same yield, around about 1,000. Canola's a little bit more. Last piece of oats right there, 1179. Oh, I'm writing it down. Shouldn't write and drive. Don't write and drive, kids. All right, so this combine could go parked right there next to the other combine, and we can hop into the John Deere and sell all of this if it wants to sell. Oh my gosh, look at all those. We got 7 different crop types here. As you can see right here, barley is very, very close to the wheat, which honestly might be that little bit of difference of where I planted and didn't plant. It could be because this test isn't exactly on it. It's pretty close, but it's not exactly 80 yards or something like that. We can't forget our beacons. All these capacities on the right hand corner of the screen, they're almost in the way. I'm used to 1, maybe 2 on some special occasions, but 7? I wonder how many we could actually put. Could there be 80 and it just stretch across the screen? Oh, that'd be something to see. I wonder. Oh, could we get them all weighed? How many pounds can we put on there? It's hard to see. I don't think it's getting all of the trailers on there, but I do have enhanced vehicles, so we can see that it is 36.9 tons, including the tractor. Yes, the only bad thing about this test, we got to drive to the other side of the map to Copernic Food Trading, SRO. That's where we're heading. And you can see the nice beacon tower of green light. Yes, that always is the way, the beacon tower of green light. The only thing that I'm unsure of is if we can fit all of our 7 trailers. I've taken a wrong turn. Uh-oh. Aha! I found the entrance to Kipernick Grains or Farm Treats, whatever it is. Alright, so this is going to be fun. Okay, corn. Sunflowers. Barley is 1618. Ah, so wheat is actually better than barley. I didn't know that. I thought wheat was like the worst price, but you got the most out of it. That's kind of funny. Ah, canola. So this should rack up some pretty high price right here. Ah, here's the one that I've been waiting for. Soybeans. And oats as our final trailer. So, that's all of them. Let me do some math real fast. Okay, so you should see a chart right now in front of you on your screen. I have done this. Now keep in mind that this test is not completely accurate, but it is just to get an idea of how much money you could be making compared to something like if you were growing corn, for example, which is a number 7, which is the least effective crop to sell. Then you might want to step it up a notch and maybe plant soybeans, which is actually number 1. My prediction, hypothesis, explanation, exaggeration was correct. So yes, soybeans is the most efficient crop, the most bang for your buck. We came in at $2,794 for only 995 liters of soybeans. Now keep in mind there is yet less yield to soybeans. So like with wheat, we actually got 2,084 liters, but it was about the same size of plot that we actually planted both of them in, if that makes sense. So you get more yield with wheat and less yield with soybeans and canola, but soybeans and canola are at a higher price. So let's take a look at canola. It was 1,435 liters, and with that, we almost doubled, so almost $2 for every liter at $2,442 that we have made with canola. And in third place, which is very, very surprising for me, is wheat. I think wheat would probably go in second if we actually did more to this test, if we actually created some bales and actually sold the bales. Yes, so the chart, you could look at your favorite crop, whether it be soybeans or corn, and you can see where it ranks compared to the other crops that we have listed today. But thank you so much for watching. This is kind of one of those videos I kind of do as a random thing. I just kind of wanted to see, and then I'll let you guys know as I'm doing this beautiful test. So it's time to take our lab coats off, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.